Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I hope you are doing well. Today is the 13th of July. It is a Monday. I'm going to be starting off on the monthly time frame. On the monthly time frame, in my opinion, I've been having this particular channel over here, and this to me looks like an uptrend. This here is we're still in some sort of consolidation. I still don't see like the best type of pullback to guarantee continuations to the upside. So for me personally, I will not be shocked if at all this particular level, this 1.39, which has been holding for quite a long time, if it continues holding and it pushes up, that's cool. But if at all it breaks, then maybe I could be looking for maybe a retracement, maybe back down to these levels here, and then continue to push up. Because also this particular level, when I put my fibs, you can see from here to here, it also lands at the 61.8%, and this is the 1.274. So let's see what happens. But as per right now, we are here again. This level has been holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, which is why I have been at least on the bullish side until I get confirmation. On the weekly time frame, price is currently squeezing. You can see this consolidation still not looking too good, but again, this particular level of mine has been holding. Last week we had, well, the last previous week we had this bullish engulfing candle, which to me could be a signal that maybe price wants to push up, even maybe back up to these levels here. We also had another bullish candle here last week, so this was last week's candle, and you can see we closed above this particular level, the 1.338. On the weekly time frame, if I was to put my trend lines, because I do work with trend lines, this is the wick that I have over here. It's not really the best, because also a trend line for me usually needs 3 touches, and you can see so far we have 1, 2, so we still are yet to get a third bounce, and the same as also over here. But if at all this is the case, you can see that we are still squeezing in between here. So that's why for me, I will not mind maybe a little pullback, and then we see if we can maybe get back up to these levels here, because this level here is actually also a key level. Even back here will still be fine, and then we see what happens. And also guys, something that I just also want to point out, if this at all is a symmetrical triangle, and we're currently in this type of squeezing wedge type of pattern, well, to me it's a symmetrical triangle. If I measure from the base, is it from the base or to the height? And then let's say, for example, if you have a breakout, you can see guys, if at all we break out to the upside, then this could look pretty nice, because we have the 1.42 level here, which is also a key level back up here. So I think to me a breakout to the upside might make more sense as compared to the downside. Well, even the downside could work, but long story short, if this is at all sort of a squeezing type of pattern, then we're just going to be waiting for a breakout. But because I'm a day trader, I do not have the strength and energy to wait for breakouts. I'm trying to be in here today. Okay, so this is so basically, yeah, short-term bullish. Maybe we see if we can get some touches up here, maybe slight pullback. But let me go now to the daily time frame. I hope I've made sense. Let me make these visible on my daily and other time frame. Sorry. So let me make that visible here, and also let me make that visible here. Okay, so now let me go over to the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, okay, it's looking like a lot, but I hope we're following. So in the daily time frame, this was last week. Now on Friday we had a little gap situation here. You can see Friday's candle, indecision, well, not indecision, this was just buyers tried to push up, sellers came, little volume, so again, still no guarantee of which particular side. Now if I was to give my bias just from the daily time frame, I would not be shocked if price, you can see we already broke above this, what level is this? Let me see, sorry, this 1.338 level. Yeah, so if at all we do come back down, and maybe we make maybe a shorter type of pullback before the continuation to the upside, something like this, something like this, I would not be shocked, because again, you can see this particular level here, this 1.35 would line up pretty nicely. And the main reason I'm looking at this particular level for maybe if at all we're going to have a pullback is because it is a key level here. So you can see if I, for example, put this level here, let me put it at the, should I put it at 1.330? Okay, fine. Let me change it to black just so that we can see something. Okay, it's a bit far, but I think you guys are getting my point. If at all it does a pullback, something like this, and if I also take my fibs, something like that, you can see it almost lands in between the 38.2 to the 50, which is still pretty good. And not only that, so now you guys will see my confluences. If you checked out my previous video, thank you. If you haven't, I'll link it after this one. But basically with my confluences, you can see here, we also have a fair value gap. So if at all maybe price wants to do maybe short-term sells before we push up maybe now to this level that I'm talking about, that could be nice because you can see there's pretty confluence, and also there is some moving averages here. You can see there's a 20 and the 50. The 20 is slightly above, but even if we do get like that type of shallow pullback, that will still be okay. Okay, so let me now clean my charts because now it's starting to look a bit crazy, but that's just like my type of reasoning. Of course, this might not happen and I could be wrong, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's what I wanted to point out. We do have a break and retest of that weekly key level. So for me, if it's selling, just very short term sells for me to buy. So on the 4-hour time frame, I think we can see it a bit more clearly. I don't know where my trend line has gone, and let me put it back. So here, yes, so this trend line was holding. I will tell you a trade that I took, I believe, was it on Thursday? But for now, I can see we're moving in an uptrend, still no confirmation candle here. So right now you can see price is in between this zone, this 1.338. We are in the Badlands, guys. This is where things start becoming tricky again. Now, when I'm looking at the 4-hour time frame, I am not getting any sort of signal that this candle here is going to push this price up. So even if I'm looking at the buy side, at the moment, it might not happen right now because this candle has closed in between the zone. It is not an engulfing candle, and it's also not like a proper pin bar. So my bias for today could be maybe we could even have a short-term pullback, maybe back up to here. We sell maybe back down to those levels that I was talking about, the 1.33, where there's all those confluences, and then we see if we can push up. But again, that's a long shot, might not happen, but that's just what I think and what I'm hoping. What else is there to point out on the 4-hour time frame? Yes. So wait, let me go to the 1 hour and then I'll go back to the 4, and then I'll tell you the trade that I took. So when was it? On Wednesday. When did I make this particular video? My analysis video on Wednesday. Yes, on Wednesday I was talking about if I do get a breakout above this level here, I would be okay buying this market because I was not getting any sell confirmation. That is if you watched my Wednesday video last week. So I did get that, and you can see we also got a bullish engulfing candle that closed right outside of this zone. So for me, this was a setup that followed my trading plan, and I ended up taking this long position here. I believe my stop loss was somewhere around there. I didn't hold to the weekend, so it was something like this. Now guys, on Friday, this particular position came how many pips? Almost 44, yeah, almost 50 pips to my target. I usually target 60 pips, but you can see it did not end up, hitting my TP, and I wish I could have closed it but this happened during midnight, so I couldn't close any profits on my funded accounts. So yeah, that was what it was. I closed at break even because it was a Friday. I'm still looking at the whole thing of closing positions at break even or not. I did put a poll on my Instagram. Thank you to everybody who voted, but I did get 50-50. So everybody's still like 50-50, remove your break evens or continue putting your break evens. But on Fridays, I think I'm going to stick to maybe moving my TPs, my stop losses to break even, just to protect it over the weekend. But yeah, it was a good trade, but I do know why it did not have this much force. And this is why I also want to go back to the 4-hour time frame. The main reason it actually didn't have that much force to push up, in my opinion, and according to how I trade, is because you can see this particular level here, this 1.33, we had this indecision candle print over here. This one right here, this one. Sorry guys, this one. You can see, guys, I don't know why I didn't consider it for maybe that long-term push. The main reason I considered it because it was a break and retest and it followed my rules. But this particular candle, I think I should have taken note to maybe manage this position a bit better, even if it was closing profits or even opening maybe 2 positions to maybe take half and half, something of that nature. Because yeah, you can see indecision candles usually don't have enough force to push prices up. So even if this was a new push phase, that would have been a bit tricky. If we had this particular bullish engulfing candle close right at this key level, then that could have given me like more stronger confirmation that yes, you want to continue shooting up. But you can see this bullish engulfing candle was formed a bit too far from my key level. And in case you're wondering maybe why my key level is at the 1.33 and not maybe somewhere like this, it's because when I move back, because you guys know support and resistance depends on past data, this swing point here was too recent. I couldn't consider it. So you can see here from the past, we have 11th June 2026, the 1.333 level was touched when I moved back. This one here wasn't a pretty good zone, but you can see, let me show you the best area. Even here we had a sort of touch, but the best area where I got this particular level, you can see here, this was nice, was here. So it's slightly far. And this is why, with support and resistance, you really have to work with the charts backwards. So you can see here, this period, this was April 24th of April 2025, all the way during till May 2025, you can see that this particular level, the 1.33, was touched so many times, and this is why I had to consider it to where we are now. Past data usually often repeats itself, especially with support and resistance, and that is why for me, when I saw this candle, I was like, oh, maybe it might not push up that much, but that was still okay because again, it was a trade that followed my rules. So yeah, let's see what I'm looking at today. Long story short, sorry for rambling. So you can see this trend line is being respected pretty well. This is from the weekly 1 hour time frame, weekly low. So we're currently in between this weekly key level here. My speculation for today is that maybe price could do maybe a deeper pullback, maybe back up to here. Even here would be fine. Let's see how this candle closes. We have 6 more minutes. If this candle closes bullish, maybe there could be a potential of price coming here again, and then we see if maybe we can get a double top type of situation, and then we head on over downwards, and then we push up. Long shot. Maybe let me stop doing that. Let me stop with the long shots. Okay, today guys, there's also news on the DXY and we haven't even gotten there yet. But yeah, basically today I'm just hoping we see if we can get a type of pullback or bounce off this trend line to any one of these levels here, 1.34320 or this 1.35. Any of these levels will be good for me to look for short-term sells. In terms of buys, because yes, we are still in an uptrend and this trend line is still being respected. But again, guys, from the 4-hour time frame, I'm not too confident in looking for buys until all they appear, because this candle here has not confirmed like those bigger force of pushing buys. I hope you guys understand what I usually see in these analysis, guys. Again, I'm not a professional trader. I just share my opinion and my thoughts. So yeah, let's see how this candle closes. But yeah, I will be waiting for some shorts around this level here. If we continue buying, I don't know, I'd have to now wait, and maybe you guys will watch my next analysis on Wednesday. But today, let's see what happens. But I'm very interested because I do see something that could form here that could be nice. Let's wait and see. Let me know what you guys think as well. Are you guys buying fully, or are you waiting for those sells like me? I do know that SMC traders are still waiting for those sells around this level here. I've been keeping up with you guys. I've been keeping up, but yeah, you guys can see, like, even from the bigger time frames, it's still safe to say that we are in a sort of uptrend. Anyway, let me move on to the dollar index. Okay, so the dollar index, this is what we're having. This is the 4-hour time frame. Let me just go to the 4-hour time frame today because of time. So the dollar index is it's not looking too good. Let me delete that trend line first. So you can see here we had a touch of the 100.6, and then we also have this level here. Now, what I'm not too sure if, I don't know if this wants to get stuck in a range again, but then there's news of the strikes again with Iran. It's just becoming tough. Anyway, what I'm looking at the dollar index today, if at all we want to, I can see it's making a type of pullback. I don't know if this is like the beginning of, proper sales, maybe for a long-term pullback, but I think I'm going to be bullish on the dollar just today, or short term, maybe until Wednesday, Thursday, depending on how the news goes, because there are some fundamentals that are going. So currently what's happening with the dollar index is that we had a gap on the 1-hour time frame. You can see we are pulling back again to this particular level here. I don't know if I'm too convinced, even if I bring back my trend line. I don't know if I'm still convinced that this here is the beginning of a new selling, because you can see this candle here, also not a bearish engulfing candle, not really a pin bar. So I'm going to just be bullish, short term, very, very short term bullish here, because I'm still expecting deeper pullbacks when it comes to the dollar index. But of course, this pair is heavily dependent on, the fundamentals. So sometimes even with these technicals, you can see. And also on Wednesday, I was making my analysis, and I told you guys I'm not very comfortable with this bullish engulfing candle because of these wicks that were here. And you guys saw price came and it did something with these wicks, did a wick fill. I don't know what other people would call it, and let's wait and see. But I would really like the dollar index to continue pushing over downwards. So something like this, continue with that pullback. Hey guys, continue the pullback, maybe something like this, even deeper, who knows, and then let's see if you can continue upwards. But it's going to be tricky. This one is going to be interesting. But anyway, waiting, consolidation, fundamentals. There's just weird things happening. I'm not a fan. So you can see here, Iran attacks, market talks. You can see there's conducted a multiple waves of strikes on the Iranian military targets Sunday, while Iranian forces fired at commercial vessels. So you can see this is already going to bring problems when it comes to oil. If the oil starts going high, then who knows, the dollar index could also continue higher. So this is something that I'm going to be on standby, and that is why for me, if at all we want to sell and maybe these sells on the pound continue downwards, that will still be fine. But if it wants to continue pushing upwards, which is what I am forecasting later on, maybe because of the dollar or something, then it could be interesting. Anyway, guys, I really hope my analysis has made sense. I don't know how I'm feeling today, but I'm optimistic because I can see something could be forming. And also, if you want to keep up with me, you can also keep up with me on Instagram. I will see you on the next one. Have a good day. Bye bye.